Hi there. So this is a quick video I've done on the Trinity Grade 3 song French Dance. And what I plan to do here is not actually do a note for note tutorial. This is more like tips to help you learn the song so that you can actually play it more to tempo, with the biggest element that I feel that comes in at grade 3, which is a big mixture of crotchets and quavers, and also some dotted notes. So we've got dotted crotchets, so they last for 1.5 beats. So really what this song is doing, apart from playing a nice tune, is teaching us how to count properly so we get the notes all in the right place. So straight away, this might sound a little bit strange, but I'm not really going to play the guitar. We're going to talk about it using our friend a metronome. Let me show you what I mean. We'll start off with the first 2 bars because that's nice and easy. So I've slowed this tempo down. This is much slower at 76 beats per minute. And then you'll get the idea of what I'm talking about, so we don't actually have to play the guitar to really learn how to play the song. So let me start that. There you go. So now you can hear we've got 3 beats in a bar, it says, 3 crotchet beats. So the count is like this. It's just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it's kind of important just to be able to keep saying that in your head. 1, 2, 3, because that's going to be our reference for counting. So let's start off really easy with those first 2 bars. We've got a minim followed by a crotchet. So the way I count is this. I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And when you can see what I'm doing, I'm not really pronouncing beat 2 because it's like tied. So it's like going 1, 3, 1, 3. But I'll add the 2 in because then we know where we are. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm just making that beat 2 a quiet count, but it's still kind of there. Right, so there we go. There's 2 bars that I've learned straight away just from counting. So now if I actually play the notes, then I get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. I'll just add the next beat of the first bar in. The next beat of the first beat of the next bar. I'll get that right. Right, so now we've got a reference. We're counting in 3s, and we know how to count on each beat. So bar 3, the start of the main part of the song, if you like. Now we've just got all quavers, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. A little trick I always use is to add the first beat of the next bar. So here I'll do that again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. It just means that I know what's happening. There's another bar coming, and also I can learn what that note is. It just helps when you learn the next bar. So now I'm confident in my counting. I've got 6 quaver beats and I'm confident. I know I can count them in time. I've got my reference pulse here. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, so top notes only, just to get used to playing. Top notes only, don't bother about the bass at the moment. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Oh, I forgot to add the next one of the next bar, so I'll do that. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, so adding that next one is a really good tip. It really helps you understand and memorise what's coming next. It's important to try and memorise what you can. So now I feel real comfortable. I know I'm counting correctly. I know that I'm counting consistently, so the pulse and the tempo is consistent. It's not varying. Yeah, it takes a little bit of learning, of course it does. You have to learn the notes, but if I can count them, then I know that I can play them. A, B, C, D, C, B, A. Yeah, if I can read them, then I know that I'm going to be able to play them. So let's add in the bass note. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, just stop that from clicking on. And now you can see that I'm really building up how to play this without actually even playing. The playing is the final part. Quite often what we do is learn the notes first, and that's fine, but at some point we have to add the rhythm in. But I'm just doing it a slightly different way here and just checking my rhythms first, because I feel confident of these notes. At grade 3 we've probably played these notes a lot of times, so actually the notes are okay, it's knowing how to play them at the correct place. So now this is at bar 4. This is where we get really the first elements of what happens at grade 3, the step that's harder than grade 2, if you like, the bit they've added on. We've got dotted notes, 1.5 beats for a crotchet. So instead of counting just as crotchets, 1, 2, 3, now I've got to be able to add half beats in at the right place. So if I count a 1.5 beat, I get 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So I'm now just tapping really where there's a note. If I just count it by just doing steady on the beat, 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and. But now if I just play or count the notes that are going to be played, 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and. Yeah. So I've got to be able to delay when that B comes in. It's on beat 2.5, if you like. I'll go nice and slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Yeah. Okay, so let's try that with the metronome. Always give myself a 3 count to start off with. High notes only again. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, so I added the next part, the first note of the next bar. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, so there you go. So counting makes it everything in the right place. So remember to just go slowly and just go to yourself. Slow this down, I'll stop it. But 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. If I just do it with the straight threes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3 and 1. I'll add that next one in. Okay, so that's the important thing, being able to count correctly. So all I'm doing is really just looking at music. 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1. Let's see if I can do the top notes. 1, 2 and 3 and 1. Great, so let's add the bass notes in. 1, 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, adding that first one in always tells me where I am. The next bar is similar to bar 3. It's just the notes are in different orders and a different bass note. And then the last bar there, bar 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, we get a different rhythm. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. That feels more comfortable because we've not got a dotted note in there, so this should feel a bit more comfortable. Let's put the metronome on. 2, 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1. Okay, there's first beat of the next bar. Right, so the only difficulty here is swapping the bass note. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 and 3. 1. There you go. Just get my screen back up. Stop the metronome. Right, so there we go. It's all about using a metronome. 2, 3, and then eventually you speed that up to the correct tempos. 1, 2, 3. That's just more memory work required to be able to help play the notes a little bit faster. And there you go. That's the difficulties in a grade 3 song. It's not necessarily just the notes now, it's actually being able to play the rhythms correctly, get the notes in the right place at the right times and at the right tempo. So we've got a nice fluency going along, and trying to play the whole song with the metronome will help you there. So good luck with that song, and remember, grade 3, new elements, counting and dotted notes for this song.